Welcome to day 19 of our Brooding Bootcamp. Our birds have grown very large. The whole space is looking almost taken up. We can see bursting in weight. Their growth is so rapid. You can see their sizes massive. I can't wait to weigh these birds again. They are really massive looking. Today is day 19. We are almost at the end of our brooding bootcamp. By this time, we have to start looking at our records. How have we been keeping up with records? Have we been tracking expenditure? Have we been tracking feed, medicines, and other inputs? How have we also been tracking their growth? Have we been monitoring their weight, checking weekly what they are weighing, and making sure we have them ready? The essence of keeping a record are in various forms. One main reason to keep a farm record is to track your finances, your income and expenditure. What are you putting into the breeding of your chicks? How much are you putting in feed? How much do you put in weekly? For the growing periods, from day 1 to the end of brooding, how much have you put in? What about water? What about medicines, vaccines? All these you have to track and be sure to know how much you have put in, because this would also help you to know how to calculate your profits. Because at the end of the day, if you are raising your birds to sell, you should be able to compute to say, this is what we have spent and this is what we sold out. So this is what the profit should be. Therefore, there is need to keep a very good record of your inputs, your feed, your charcoal, everything you spent. You should be making record of it, because at the end of the brooding, you would have to look at these expenses again. Another reason for keeping records is to see if you can replicate or if you can repeat the same expenditure when you are growing another set of birds. It will guide you to know, last time I put in 6 bags of feed until the 3 weeks brooding ended. So if you are taking 200 birds, equal amount of layer and pullet, just know that, okay, let's budget for 6 bags of feed. That may complete brooding. Okay, so it will help you to replicate or to repeat and to plan in the future. The other thing that it can also help you is to increase on your efficiency. Okay, now that we have used 6 bags, have we wasted some feed? Have we not managed well in feeding them? Did we overfeed them? What results are we getting? So in the next set of birds, we may want to pay closer attention to feed, to see if we can use less feed and also see if their performance could be better than the last one. Okay, if at the end of brooding they are weighing 1 kg in this particular set, in the next set, can we get more than 1 kg for less feed? That is efficiency. So it could also help you optimize the efficiency of your system. So we have different ways we can track our expenditure and what we have put into this breeding, including tracking of their weight. It can be paper-based or it can be electronic. The paper-based record is quite simple. You just get a notebook or a sheet of paper, but preferably a notebook, so that no paper gets flying. You can always find your record in one place. A simple record that we make on our own farm is to make columns on a spread in the notebook. So the first part of the column should have date, followed by description of expenditure, and you can have feed, you can have charcoal, kerosene, whatever that you bought. Write the day you bought it, write the name of what you bought. Then the third column should be for the quantity that you bought. Is it half bag? Is it full bag? Is it 200 doses of vaccine? And then the price, the unit price is the fourth column. Then the last column is the amount. That will help you, all that you are bringing in. So you write the date for each item you are bringing in, even if it's a single item. Please write as soon as you bring it in. Don't wait later on to write. You forget, you mix things up. So as soon as you receive, please take a record. Okay. Now, the other record you can make is tracking the progress of your bed. Okay, so we can call that growth or health record. The first record we talked about is expenditure record. The next record is growth and health record. In growth and health record, we begin to look at how we are feeding the bed. So for week 1 is day 1 to day 7, all right, and you write the next column is the date. You write the date that week 1 started to the day week 1 ends. So the next column, you talk about feed. What is the name of the feed you are feeding them? You know, first of all, the type of feed you are feeding them. Pre-starter, it could be starter. Okay, it could be finisher depending on the age of your bed. So you write the name of the type of the feed. Then the next thing, you write the brand name of the feed. You know, because it would also help you to know, these birds did well on so feed last time, so let's use that feed. Oh, they didn't do well on this particular feed, let's change feed. You know, but if you don't write the brand name, you are bound to forget what particular feed you gave to them. So you write the brand name as well. You know, then the next thing you write is the quantity of feed you give. If you are able to complete the quantity of feed you give per day, is beautiful, but do not overstress yourself. You can do weekly computation. You open the bag, okay, on so day of week 1 and it ended on so day. It gives you an idea, okay, of how each bag is 25 kg. So what quantity of feed did you use out of 25 kg bag? Like for this present set of bed we have, you recall that for the first 7 days of life, that we started our boot camp here, 5 kg, 5 liters. If you use 3 drinkers, each drinker is about 3 liters. So 3 drinkers is 9 liters. So you are able to make such estimates and you get the quantity of water. Then the next column is to look at the medication that we're giving to them. Anytime you give medication, please write the medication that you have given and for how many days, the start date and the end date of that medication. Also, when you give vaccines, you should also record multivitamin. You should also record if you are using, like if you are doing organic, you should also record the spices you are giving to them or the herbs that you are giving to them. You know, that way you'll be able to track record and you'll be able to replicate.